Do not harass me, little boy. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on with you? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Peace and blessings, Tuesday, darling. How are you? Wagwan. I'm looking for black cherry. Turn on my little fake candle. I like the light. What's up, Black Cherry? What's up? We in the building. What's up? What's going on, y'all? We got roses and cherries in the building. Ain't we smelling sweet and yummy? All right, prayer's been said. Let me flex with a quick collective. Let me do a quick collective. Y'all hear my cat harassing me? Like, he came up here just to get busy and to do everything. God, I need a kitty babysitter. I hope that's the right one. Here So what's going on? How's your week? What's new in your life? What's happening? I know that's right. Y'all, I've been calling it. A lot of people have been calling it, but the amount of divorces, every time you look up, somebody breaking up, everybody is getting rid of anything and they sacrificing anything that don't mean them well. Like dun 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 dun, dun goodbye. You know? Hit that like button in there, please. Smash that like button. 3 people, 3 likes. Appreciate you. So we still on the 888 vibration. Spirit, give me a message for the collective, please. What does the collective need to know? I hope you saw the last 2 videos. They were very pertinent. Yeah, man. Everybody's like, listen, you attached to my left arm. Well, I guess my left arm could go too, because you ain't staying with me. That's how it's been. Like people tearing them relationships up. Oh, okay. Now none of my cards are in reverse. So success, something about success is. Mm. Somebody calls judgment. They see beyond the illusion. I mean, we just said that, right? So, Why? Why now? Why? Go in your little house thing or something. Or go see your sister. Oh my God. What the hell? Okay. So, hmm, one at a time. So somebody sees the illusion called judgment on a situation. There's some endings. Oh my God. T'Challa, cut it. Move. Stop it. You're doing too much. Man. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to lock him out. Bottom of the deck. All right. So somebody, not somebody, collective folks, people are seeing through the illusion. I feel like people, we just talked about this. Like I'm just, I'm just tripping because it is just the cards is laid out just like that. So people are seeing beyond the veil of rose-colored glasses, the delusions, the Stockholm syndrome, the fear. They seeing about they beyond everything, right? This is the energy that type energy we on right now. It's like I'm not letting something suppress what I see and what I know. That's the energy. So it's beyond the illusion, and people are calling judgment. The creator. It's like now I know my power, I know my worth, I know my ability, I understand the energy that I hold, the vibration that I am, and my vibration is raising because I see beyond, right? This is like, you know how they say the crabs in the barrel mentality? Well, this is like a crab actually escaping the barrel, right? Knowing their worth, knowing their light, being able to gain some type of freedom, using their mind, using their passion, their drive, their will to survive, and getting up out of that lower vibrational energy. And then we have success in reverse. So this is either lack of attention or failure. So that's in the hidden energy. So it's like, you know, I think it was, I've seen a couple reels and TikToks and memes that talk about knowing when to quit, right? A smart thing is to know when to quit and not stay in a situation too long. If it's not successful, and no matter what you do, it can't be successful, then let it the fuck go, right? It sounds simple in theory and words, right? And it seems very hard emotionally, but it's called detachment. It's like if it's not serving you, you got to release it. And that's just that. The the challenge in the lesson is finding harmony and balance with participation, which is also Four Wands energy. Y'all hear this boy back here? I know y'all hear this. Do you hear that? He's wilding right now. Okay. And then past lives. Spirit says like releasing the attachments, also releasing the programming from your past life. So your past life could be this life, meaning the way you grew up. It could be literally past life before you got here, but it's releasing that program, that script that kept you doing the same thing over and over again, or participating with the same people over and over again. And then you got moment to moment. You hear him, right? He, my husband said when he was a kid, he took him to, and they take him to the sneaker store, and he put on the shoes. The first thing he did was run all over the sneaker store to make sure they felt right. Well, this cat moved like he got on brand new sneakers and he a little toddler and he gotta check it out and make sure they fit right. But he do that all the time unless he laying down and sleeping. He don't give me no break. Now he laying up under me looking like, yep, I'm chilling now. Anyway, somebody has decisions to make with moment to moment overall energies, thinking. Um, somebody's complicate. Someone's trying to contemplate their next move, but it's complicated. Mm. So, I've been getting this energy for the last couple days. Some people are coming out of very messy situations that they're concerned will follow them. So they're being very strategic in how they move so that the energy doesn't follow them. It's kind of like you trying to release a karmic, but that karmic is a stalker or that karmic is violent or something like that. So it's kind of like, letting it go so that you can be safe or where you land is also safe or that they can't find you or they can't hurt you anymore. That's the energy I feel like somebody is on. It's time to move on, but they want to move on carefully. This is like a person going through DV or domestic violence and and finding a shelter that houses them from the enemy. You know what I mean? From the perpetrator. This is like getting a restraining order. Somebody is really trying to be real strategic to get away from this low vibrational energy. And they're finally seeing it as the failure that it is. It's not successful. They may have been tricked in the past, right? Because, people don't go into situations thinking, oh, this won't work. I'll just go here. That's typically not the reason why people do it. They do it because they think they're going to have some type of success. They could think they're going to benefit from it, whether it's by love or financial or stability. There's some purpose of why they chose the situation that they're in. And um, at some point, when you realize it's not working anymore, it is in fact stop, T'Challa. Stop. You got toys everywhere, scratching posts. Anyway, he is a distraction. He's supposed to be in here calm and cool, but he got that masculine energy, so he got to do something. He ain't be still. Um, yeah, somebody's moving on strategically out of a situation. Since we have nobody on here that wants a reading, since they're not free, you know how that goes sometimes, y'all. But it's okay, we don't always have it. Pick a deck, a tarot deck that you want me to pull from and put in the comments. Hi, Keisha Weatherspoon. Never seen you here before. I'm glad you're here. Um, Pick one, and I'm gonna continue this reading. One, two, three. One of these. Pick one of these. But as y'all, hold on, y'all. Let me clarify why y'all pick Sword in the Rose. Listen, what I say from the beginning, y'all. Clarity, seeing through the veil, seeing through all the nonsense. This says the Sword in the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Well, I'm glad you came to see, Keisha. Nice to meet you. All right, so mm-mm. Karmic relationship, fleeting triggers turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go. What I just said. Listen, y'all, it's time to let it go. It's time to release it. If it's attached to you, it's time to cut the cords. It's time to sever the attachment. And it's time to recognize when something is not successful, it is a failure. It's a smart thing to release something that's a failure. Were holding on to things for so long. These planetary alignments is coming to crush any attachments that don't belong. It's like, people will hold on to things to not change. That it's stable to them. It feels good to them, or it is at least it's the devil I know. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. It's the lesser of two evils, or at least I know how they act, or I'm scared to get my heart broken. All of that, right? But then the universe will step in when you can't, when you need it to. Like when you had gone beyond your expiration date, that's when the universe will jump right in and help you release it by just dismantling it in a way you can't go back to it. There is no return. Tell me more, spirit. Wow, look at that. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. If I don't know who this is for, so it could be for anybody who's watching now, or it could be for anyone who is experiencing something, or knows someone experiencing something, or maybe the person that watches it later. But it's an ending to these karmic relationships. There are endings. I just feel like spirit is repeating itself because I'm saying it and they're clarifying it. What's over is over. And if you don't finish it, spirit will finish it. So hold on if you want to, but you don't want to be a casualty to something you could have gotten out the way of. Mirroring each other, self image, relationship, reflect our own. This is a situation that involved the home, instability, and it also involved people who was showing you what you didn't need. That's the mirror. I'm gonna show you what you don't need. Turn on my heater. And then that's in the challenge and the lesson. You looking at yourself when you looking and you staying in these situations you don't need. Tell me more, spirit. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. That's the likely outcome. The overall energy is what? Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has block and restraint. This is why I said this person is trying to move on. Whoever this is trying to move on strategically from a situation because if they move too fast or if they move too obvious, whatever karmic that they're attached to, who is codependent on their energy, is coming with some violence or coming with some sabotage. And this is addiction, a set obsession and possession. This person does not love the other person, right? So whoever is walking away from somebody, their karmic third party does not love them. They want to possess them. They are a vampire that likes to drain them of their energy because they feed off of it, and they're controlling. They will block and restrain you. This is the type of person that will, be on some old kidnapping stuff where, you home and they ain't letting you out the house. You can't get out. You can't move on. You can't do anything. They messing with your car, or they're calling your job and messing with your job. They're trying to block you, isolate you from people. But Spirit said, if you move on and if you get past all these past life issues, okay, babe. If you get past these issues, you can be home free with abundance. I got you. But the only way to get past that, honestly, is to take the steps needed. So, we gotta know when to fold them. You gotta know when to hold them, right? That's that song, that country song. It's when it's time to fold. You're not supposed to fold. Like the new saying is, oh, when she see me, like a guy be talking to a girl, when she see me, or when I say certain things to her, she gonna fold. This ain't the fold I'm talking about. Fold is I'm walking away from the table and I'm not giving this no energy no more. And I'm a temporarily not giving no energy. No, I'm done. Nothing is different. This is still unhealthy. This is still toxic, right? No, not doing it. Somebody is seeing past all the addictions, all the drama, all the stress, all the instability, all the old school programming. You know what I mean? Girl. So you would like a career reading. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Now, one of the key things for me, when I start seeing coins, I know it's about the money. When I start seeing cups, there's somebody in your energy. Swords, you all in your head. Wands is something you want to do, something you love, or something you want. So let's see. Spirit, give me a message for Tuesday Rose about her career. Money. Coin. Let's see what the money be about. Where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside. Let me see. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all want me to do eventually, because I can't set it up yet. But y'all want me to do front facing, or you want me to stick to the cards only in my spreads like this, or you want me to be on camera? Let me know. Give me a message for Tuesday. All right, so you made up your mind about something recently. Oh, but you feel like it's something you can't work on right now, or something. It's like something you got on the back burner. Oh, something's flipped over. Hold on. You got something on the back burner that you feel like you can't do right now, or you feel like it's out of your reach. I don't know if it's like you want to go to college or you want to take a class and it costs money, something like that. It's something you feel like you can't work on. I don't know if it's a lack of time. It's a lack of something that makes you feel like you can't do it. It's almost like, I don't know if you feel like that boat has sailed, or it's just so many challenges. Yeah. But it's a script in your head telling you can't do it. Tell me more, Spirit. But you still got hope. Oh, okay. So you've been in hermit mode. Let me put this here. You've been in hermit mode about whatever you had on your mind. Like, it's like the past energy you had a thought. This is the direction I should go in. But you feel blocked from that direction, like you can't work on it, or it's not working your way. It's something about working on it not being the way you would like it to be, or feeling like the ability to do it. And then um the judgment in reverse is like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost it almost feels impossible, or it's just out of your grasp at the moment. Like it's some obstacle to it. It's not. It ain't happening in the speed or light that you want it to be, or it ain't manifested as quickly as you would like it. That's the energy I get there. And then this swords, it's like you may even be coming out of your head a little bit about it. That's the challenge in the lesson. This Five of Swords. It's almost like, okay, I'm gonna stop fighting myself, or maybe I'm gonna go out and find some resources before I just count myself out. And then you still got hope. So I don't know. Oops, why did I do that? It could be that you in your day to day, or in your conversations or in your research, you came across something that looks promising, because the star card is here. So that means you can have what you want, that you that it's not impossible at all. It's just you got to get past some script in your head telling you. The way they say you manifest is really the way your train of thought is. It's what you magnetize to yourself, what you attract to yourself. Now, if you keep thinking I can't do it, then you can't do it. If you thinking, all right, I don't know if I could do it now, then it ain't gonna be now. If you start to think, well, how can it be? And how can it be sooner rather than later? Then all of a sudden doors start opening, information starts coming, opportunities start showing themselves. So you got to get past whatever mental block you got. And that's why the hermit mode is here. So it's like you've been going within, you've been trying to check yourself, figure out what it is you need to do, how you need to get started. And this is not necessarily the work, this is the mental work you've been working on by yourself. Let me see. I just feel like whatever you're thinking, all is not lost. It's not. You gotta get your affirmations going, sis. You gotta change your train of thought. You know what they say is that habits are built usually within a 21-day cycle. So you can build a good habit or a bad habit, but about 21 days you can establish a cycle. Tell me more. Sure, man. Might be an elder that you either spoke to or you need to talk to. I feel like, and if it's in a past energy, you may have spoken to somebody that had some good ideas for you, or could have been some support. This could have even been your local SBA representative you spoke to that gave you advice. I just feel like it came from a masculine, older masculine energy. Tell me more, spirit. Could be an accountant, gift. Yeah, this is also an 8. So this, eights represent self. They also represent wealth. So whatever you are sitting on that you feel like you can't do is worth money. I guess work on whatever your plan is, work on it. It's constantly on your mind, but uh you gotta let go of the negativity. That's all I keep hearing. Is whatever you're thinking ain't gonna happen. All I can say is let me hold a few dollars when you get there, because you can get there. Let me hold a couple dollars, because whatever you got on your mind is probably a gold mine. You might have a couple ideas on your mind. One or two, three, four, five could be excellent. It's just you got to choose one and work your plan. And make sure you have a business plan. So, a lot of us go out, I want to start something, and we just start, right? And it's okay to just start, but a plan will help you scale it. So even if you just start, you can have a couple dollars to your name, you buy your supplies, you talk it up, people start buying it, boom, you're making a couple dollars. In the meantime, in the in between time, work on your plan. Where you see this business in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? How you plan on scaling it if it's going well and selling, or the service is needed or whatever. And then how do when you expand it, are you franchising? Like, it's a plethora of possibilities when starting a business. And I feel like um oh, I heard you're thinking small. Think bigger, bitch. You're thinking small. I don't know if y'all seen that meme with that brother, but he meant that. He said you thinking small. Think bigger. Don't be caught in that little box thinking. Break outside that box. I understand. It's hard to trust people. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I'm very guarded with my ideas. Back before cupcake bakeries was an actual thing, there was only Sprinkles Cupcake Shop, right? I saw that, I was ready to run with it, right? I went and I found a disposable area. I mean, not disposable, disposable income. I was getting ready to do it in Princeton, New Jersey. I was like, that people got money there. I could do it. I went and looked at a space, called the people. Y'all, they wanted 8 grand a month. 8 grand. And this is in 2007. And I'm like, I'm not paying you no 8 grand a month. But it was, when I tell you, it was the perfect spot to do it. So I carried myself to the SBA to get advice. It was one man and 3 women. And one woman and the 2 women were like, oh no, she could do that. She could do that. And the guy was like, she'll never make money like that. And the realtor was not negotiable. Like they didn't even know what I wanted. They just was like, it's 8 grand. And it basically ready to hang up. So I don't know what that was about. Didn't talk to me, didn't know what I wanted it for, none of that. But something told me them people at the SBA, I would use them for advice, but I wouldn't tell them my ideas in the future. Because a cupcake shop ended up in that spot a few months later, ironically. And I think he ended up on Cupcake Wars. But I ain't trying to be funny. His cupcakes are nasty. They taste like Hostess cakes. They don't taste like regular cupcakes. The icing is too heavy. And this other woman from that area was a caterer, and she was like, she was a business class teacher. I asked her how she liked it. She said they were wretched. But here he is. He's in Princeton. He got multiple locations. Honestly, I feel like he stole my idea because one of them people said something. So just be careful. Just be careful with your idea because it can make money. Divulge only what you need to. Yeah, you may end up with a wealthy investor if you package it right. Because I got wealthy man here. So man or woman, it could be somebody. When once you trademark your idea or set the plan in motion, lock down the name, do the EIN with the LLC or however you want to incorporate your business, with your along with your business plan, you could probably get some healthy investors. Yep. Ooh, great fortune, girl. Listen, if you don't go on and do the damn thing, locked out. Listen, you just been in your head unconcerned. You just sitting on a gold mine. And like I said, don't forget about me. Don't act like I wasn't here in the beginning, okay? Because you gonna make some money. But hmm well, listen, you don't need one of those what you call it, them people. There's people that will set up an EIN fee, right? I'm sorry, not just the EIN, but the LLC. You really don't need anybody to do that. If you do enough research, you can research your name, your business name. Then you could go to the government website and apply for your EIN. That's a number. The rest of the stuff is up to you. What your state laws require, how you need to register the business in your town. I wouldn't jump to doing that. I would research all of that first. Do you need a warehouse or a separate business address from your home? Do you need business credit? Do you know how you going to scale it or whatever? What platforms you going to put it on? Social media is your, you know, lifelong lifeblood, really. Even if you have a brick and mortar, how you gonna promote it? All of those things, a business plan is going to ask you those questions. You need to answer, and you need to visualize how that works. And you also need to um, scout your competition. Know who your threats are. They may not threaten you in particular, but if they offer anything like what you have, you need to know about them. And then what's their success rate? They got good reviews. Do they do it like you? Because, another cupcake company, this girl, she did open one. She used to work at the hospital. And she was on Sugar Showdown. And she did her thing. Her cupcakes, awesome, delicious. We'll go anytime. Get one of those. Get a dozen. It didn't matter. I was gonna go see her, but that man over there, he got successful because again, people's palates are different. They got disposable income. It's cute, whatever, but they were nasty. And I'm like, damn, that could have been me. But that housing bubble hit us. Finances was crazy. And this little black girl was like, I am not about to hinge my lifestyle on a bakery like that. And I got scared. I probably wouldn't be that scared now. I have other ideas and other things I would like to do. So that is not like something I want to necessarily revisit. But it was like, wow, look at that. Taught me something real quick. Right. So you can get your own EIN number. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't you can research it and get your own. Like I've opened up LLCs before. You don't need any service to do it. I didn't know there was a service doing it. I'm like, for what? An EIN is not the same thing as a corporate incorporating. You gotta there's a whole different that's a whole different setup. EIN is way more easy. And no business is easy. But what I'm saying is it's not as complicated. But that's your read it Tuesday. I feel like you sitting on, if you could see, she's sitting on gold. It says great fortune. Wealthy man, I feel like you can get investors. You got mature man here. You got gift. And the fact it just been on your mind. You concerned, but rightfully so, because you don't want people to steal your ideas. I would say you might want to patent it or trademark it. All I'm saying is to bring it to market, there's a process for that. Yeah, you need to look into it. I would patent something. Listen, I'll tell you this. I was sitting with an elder from my nonprofit, and I work with kids, right? So we created a program that deals with the human body, and it went from 1 week to 3 weeks. So now it's 3 weeks. Um, it's a great program. Told this elder about it, and she said, did you ever think about trademarking your program? And I said, huh, that's a good idea. I mean, I did, toss that up in my head before the overall program, but not the program within it. She was like, well, you got a really good product. I would suggest you do that. So, in the beginning of trademarking something, to alert the public that this is in the process of trademarking, you add TM to the name, the trademark symbol. So I did that. And wouldn't you know, the next summer, I'm getting ready, I'm doing the advertisement, putting everything together. I look at my competition and I see that a whole nother campsite changed the name to their human body program, but they couldn't use my name because I had trademark next to it. So they named it something different that didn't have the same feel to it. And I was like, look at that. And then they try to offer it in a way that I offer mine. But what I stopped doing was listing exactly all that we do. I want them to guess. If they ain't sending a kid and a whole spy in my camp, they're not gonna know. So I let the parents know, yeah, it say to be announced or to be determined or whatever. It's to be announced, I think, because only you who are enrolling your children need to know what we're doing. If you aren't enrolling your child, you don't need to worry about what we're doing. You're not getting that information from me Because I already see somebody's mocking my program that damn fast. Well, Black Cherry, even before I pull the cards, it is spin the block season. First thing I'm going to ask you is, do you want them to come back to you? Answer that first, and then I'm going to pull the cards. If they came back to you, would that be a good thing? Okay. Thank you for the like for like. I like that. 4 for 4. I appreciate. Appreciate coming to my channel, liking my content. Tuesday, you got this, boo. You got this. All right, Spirit, give me a message for Rochelle. Give me a message for Rochelle. Oh, something might. Oh, yeah. There's an apology. It's going if it comes when it comes, it's gonna somebody from your past. It was somebody who was emotionally unavailable, and it's coming like out the blue. Woo, to an end or in rebirth. Hold on, bottom of the deck. Oh yeah, it's a masculine energy. You welcome Tuesday. I appreciate you as well. The feeling is mutual. Yeah, somebody spinning the block to apologize. Now, Spirit gave me another message. If this ain't that, but I feel like it is. This might be a child, or childhood sweetheart, or somebody you have a history with, like a long history with, not somebody you met when you dated for a month or two. This not that kind of energy, unless it was like a super long time ago and you just known each other. But this is somebody who wants to come in and say what they gotta say quickly. There's a death here and a rebirth. So I'm not sure if they spinning the block for a new opportunity or just to set, justice to this situation. Um, but as soon as I saw Ace of Wands, Spirit said definitely a masculine energy. Well, they hold the wand anyway. And it's a King of Cups. So this person held back their energy, held back their love, their attention, their affection. Might have had a lot of feelings for you, but they kept it to themselves. Like they you wouldn't know it. This person could drown in their emotions and nobody would know. They'd be thinking, hey, party with me. And this person be like, I'm partying. Meanwhile, they miserable. Meanwhile, they laughing and joking and sad on the inside. Like that's the kind of energy I get. Like they might look good on the outside, but they not. Not in that position to challenge the lesson. This person does not do well with emotional things. And they're very immature with expressing their feelings. Matter of fact, they do hold back coldly with the emperor. So this is a very masculine, macho type dude. Somebody who's like everybody's dude, they homeboy. Very like don't give off no femininity, but is like real cold and detached. Maybe even authoritarian. Like they wanna. I feel very much controlling. They do a lot to control themselves, and then they like to control their environment, which includes the people in their environment. Well, I believe the emperor represents Aries, if I'm not mistaken. That's one thing I don't. For some reason, with the what you call it, um, with the Emperor and the Empress, I never really look at the sign. I know most of the other ones, but them two, I never check. Let me see if my book has it in there. I don't even know if this book does that. Uh, oh, okay, here we go. Oh wow, I never seen it done like this. Yeah, the Emperor is Aries. The Emperor is Aries. Wow, yep, that's exactly what he wants. He want to control. Yeah, basically what I said. Plus, he want to control people's emotions too. Hierophant Taurus is what I thought. The Empress is Venus. That's why I never could associate her with a sign. I didn't realize that. High Priestess Moon, Magician Mercury, but people usually say Gemini. Makes sense. Huh. I didn't know these were all not just signs, they were planets, y'all. The sun, Judgment, Pluto, the world, Saturn. Never even thought about what the world meant. No freaking stuff. I didn't even know. All right, let me stick this in there. All right, so that's what you got going on. Now, I don't know if whatever they got. See, this is what I see is what they want. Even though this is what you ask, this is what they want. I think they want to rekindle or reconcile a connection, but I feel like it's going to lead to it. And it's almost like somebody coming in, hey, just want to apologize. Sorry for that, what I did. But their apology is loaded. It's a loaded apology because it's a motive behind the why they did it, right? And the why they did it might not be something you would agree on. It may cause a death. It may cause you to be like, thanks for coming. I appreciate your apology, but no. Yeah, Ten of Swords. This would still be an ending. Even if they came in and asked for you to, I don't know, forgive them or whatever, it, bottom of the deck, they wouldn't cooperate. They would still be in the same energy. I don't think you need an apology from this person. You might want it because you think it gives you closure, but you also have to take the closure that you got right now by them being distant and showing you who they are. That's the healthiest way to deal with it. Pretend you got it. Forgive them for yourself. Forgive yourself for trusting in them for whatever you did trust in them and let it go. The death and the Ten of Swords is a release that. There ain't no rebirth for this. Because that's the likely outcome. We don't need people to spin the block to like, I don't think I posted it. I might have meant to. I'm gonna read it to you. Since and maybe I'll post it later. I feel like I didn't. I did not post this. It says, imagine being bitten by a snake. Instead of trying to help yourself heal and recover from the poison, you trying to catch the snake to find out the reason it bit you and and prove to it that you didn't deserve that. That's what trying to get an apology for somebody that did you dirty is like. Like, what do you want from it? What will it do for you? It'll be empty anyway, and it will still be an ending because this person, whoever this is, they haven't changed a bit. So get them out your energy, get them out your mind. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna want to come through on some spin the block. I had a situation today. Female for ex friend of mine. hit me up on Facebook. I just knew it was a wrap. Like, don't hit me back up for nothing because she's crazy. And though I care for her as a friend, you know, when people are narcissistic and they show you who they are, you gotta make a decision. Do I mess with you or do I leave you alone? Because you're unhealthy, right? Mentally unstable, kind of whatever you got going on. I'm not getting caught up in it. So I left her alone. And she hit me on Facebook today. I was like, wow, I ain't responding. Even if she had an apology for me, I don't care. I don't want it. It's not going to do nothing for me. As a matter of fact, she can keep it. Her friend told me, she said, oh, she need a friend. I said, yeah, but she need to be a friend, right? She don't know how to be a friend. This woman always had an agenda. Gotta leave them behind. They're not coming with that energy of change, a gift or offer of difference, able to prove it. Apology is hollow because it's like anybody could come to you and say, I'm sorry. And they don't have to mean it. They just saying the words. A real I'm sorry comes with change, comes with, can we be friends? Um, can I take you out one day or can we just talk or whatever? I don't know what it needs to look like for you. You understand what I'm saying? It could be the simple things, just deep, just consideration, respect. I really messed up with you and I did not give you the respect you deserve. Could you allow me to do that at this point in time as your friend? No, you don't need to give me nothing. No nookie, no nothing, no money, no nothing. Just be my friend and I'll be your friend. And then let me show you I learned how to be a friend. Not somebody that ain't changed and they just want to control stuff. I feel like you know the answer to it. You just gotta let it go. I don't know. I don't want no. Me personally, I don't want no more broken promises. I don't want no lies. I don't want nobody playing with me. I want peace. That's what I want. That's what I want for all of y'all who come into my lives, who hang with me on Thursday nights, that listen to my readings any other time. That's all I wish for everybody is peace. We living in times where we trying to thrive and survive. And if every notch somebody get, it's just pulling them back a little bit. We have successes, and then sometimes we got them failures that seem a little devastating or a little stressful or whatever. It's like keeping our head above water. Anything we should be seeking, if anything, is peace, and not nobody that's gonna lie to us or play with our emotions, who used us for sport in the past. Want to see spin the block to see if they got that control still. If you gonna fold in the new term of fold, you know what I'm saying? No, that is not beneficial. And to have them on our minds is hard because the person will have us on their mind, so we can feel that energy. But you gotta return that. Put a wall up, block it. Separate. Do your protection spells and say your affirmations and say your prayers every day for protection from energies that come to zap you, come to drain you, come to treat you badly. Because we're not doing all that repeating stuff. We going into 2024 next, right? That's a 6-6 year. I don't know what they're going to call it, but for me, and I think this year might be a 6 year. I forgot how it go, but it's about our choices now. It's about balance now. And anybody that came to drain you is not going to balance you out. And no apology is going to make you feel better. Because you still left with the memories until you could desensitize yourself from that. Oh, the baby getting the bath. Oh. You know what I'm saying? We got to desensitize ourselves from the hurt that somebody gave us so it doesn't trigger us anymore. So we're not sitting in that energy and holding on to it and letting it fester within us. Because being angry, resentful, and mad about it, it could make you sick. Meaning you over here pissed at this person, wanting to know if they got their karma, or you know what I'm saying, if they learn their lessons and they going on with their life. A lot of people, a lot of people don't realize this. Karmics go through things, and I say karmic meaning very toxic individuals. They will experience a lot of bad stuff, but they mask it. They hold on to it. They see it as I'm just going through something, or they play victim with it, right? But they don't necessarily interpret it as the lesson you want them to interpret it, because somebody who doesn't take full accountability for their action. But trust when I tell you, spirit will give it back to them. They just don't understand where it's coming from. They don't understand that they are the catalyst for their own problem, because they too busy pushing the blame off on somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault. It's like, well, I grew up like this. I ain't have much. You know what I'm saying? I have all these amenities like you did. I ain't grow up like you did. Now they putting themselves in a position, putting you on a pedestal, but acting like, there was something wrong with them is why they act like that. But no, okay. A lot of things may have happened to you as a child, but as an adult, you are responsible for your healing. A lot of people don't want to heal. They don't want to change. What they want to do is blame somebody. They don't want to grow up. They grow older, but they don't grow up. They're not changing. They're not accepting things. They're not going to get healed or trying to help themselves heal. They just, well, this is how I am. So, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. It's like, accept me as I am because I'm not going to do nothing different. And then when they apologize or they say, yeah, I'm going to be different now, they don't mean it because they already told you, I don't mean it. I'm not going to do nothing different. This is who I am. It's up to you to believe them. But they don't get the lessons like a healed individual will get the lessons. That I'm just going, oh, this always happening to me, and I don't know, and this, and then if you really listen to what they be saying, their life is a shit show of chaos, but that's normal to them. So where's you holding on to some resentment to them, thinking that they gonna learn a lesson? Oh wow, they look bad. Oh, this happened to them, that happened to them. They don't even realize they caused this shit to happen to them. It's the choices that they made. They're not learning any lessons. And if they ain't trying to heal, they're not learning any lessons. You would know a healed version of that person. You would know it because of the way they come at you is going to be totally different than the nonsense they were on before. Their whole energy will shift. So you could not only see it, you only not only hear it, but you would feel the difference. And it would be probably, how's the word? Catch you off guard, right? Because you'd be like, wow. But that's usually after somebody hits rock bottom, stayed there long enough to get dragged down the street to the white meat show. Then they kind of like, oh, spirit got me. They get knocked in the head and realize, oh, I got to change my ways if I don't want no more of this. But very few get there. There's a lot more that just dragged in the alley and they just get gutter with the alley. They get down on the vibration of the alley and they don't change. So you would know, trust me, you would know. I have a narcissistic younger sister. And my siblings, I'm the oldest, so some of my siblings that are older than her, one day they was telling me, I was talking to them and they were like, oh, she changed. I'm like, huh? Yeah, she's listening now. This, and that. And I'm like, I ain't talked to her, but I was like, I don't believe her. I was like, you believe that if you want to. You go ahead with that. Now, it's not that she couldn't change, y'all, but I knew you don't just change overnight. And what I didn't know is this girl had a surgery. So now she healing, she's on the mend, but she's a captive audience because she can't go run, jump, and do all the nonsense that she was into at the time. So she seemed to be listening and responsive and, oh, you were right. And yes, I understand now. More the moment she healed, she got right back to it. Didn't miss a beat, didn't change nothing. You got to take people as they are, how they do. Nothing you could say to me. If you owe me an apology, if you feel like you need forgiveness, I'm already forgiven you and not worried about it. But there's nothing you can say that is going to immediately turn my head. It's only what you do. You got to show up different. You got to be different and not on some wear the mask for a little bit check because I could see, well, first of all, I know who I am. I'm an empath, right? I could see if you playing with me. I could see if your mask is still on and you trying to hide it because they think it's not what you say, it's what you're not saying. It's not what you say you're going to do, it's what you didn't do already. Like it's too much. You can't hide it if you still gonna wear your mask. If you not gonna be different. If you haven't learned any lessons. Listen, don't let these people out here get you to fold on a couple words. Girl, you know I still love you. You know I was just going through my things, you know what I'm saying? And I still got some stuff to work on, but it's me. It's me. You know I am. It's me. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to curse on the line, but I'm just saying, what does that mean? It's me. This is what people will tell you when they saying they not gonna change. When you know I am. I don't care. It ain't work for me how you are. Maybe we shouldn't be around each other then. You feel me? Listen, when we detach, and it's not easy. Like I said, when you feel that other person's energy, and there were good times, and it was not all bad, you miss an element of that person that maybe was overshadowed by all the nonsense. But you can't let that make you um, return to a situation that's still unhealed or unhealthy in a way that is that like, for example, and when you split up with this person and you said you need to go get a little help for that anger issue, you got anger problems, maybe have you considered anger management? Or they got, if they're alcoholic, have you considered going to AA meetings and just getting some support on that and kind of working through your trauma that might have caused you to do that? When they return to you and they have not done those things, not to say they had to do exactly that, but nothing in the realm of that, they ain't changed because they don't recognize that they're the problem. The problem is you're not under their control no more. The problem is you don't want to listen no more. You over here trying to think for yourself and you're not under my thumb anymore. That's the problem. In their mind. And all I gotta do, this is them, all I gotta do is reset you, make sure that you still around, then I could go be back on my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody in your life that is like they just want to make sure you there so they can get back on their bullshit. Or they breadcrumb you just enough to pique your interest and then they out with the bullshit again. Like it's so much toxicity with people who They don't want to change, y'all. They don't want to grow up. They got Peter Pan syndrome. I want to be a child forever. I want to be spoiled. I want to use people the way I want to use people because they haven't realized being an opportunist is not healthy. It's not conducive to any relationship. So it's like who you talking to, who you messing with, or who you think is falling for that all the time. They become rolling stones because they can't maintain relationships long because they sabotage all of them with that kind of behavior. The ones that stick with them the longest didn't learn how to quit until God made you quit, till the universe made you quit, meaning came in there and dismantled that whole thing. Now you a whole quitter, but you was hanging in. You feel me? We gotta learn how to quit on these people that want to take us through it until they demonstrate something different or just leave us alone completely. Like just go on about your life. Cause that's the season we in, y'all. We seeing beyond illusions, right? We tolerating less nonsense. Say it with me. No more nonsense. And they can go ahead with that. It's fine. You go ahead with all of that. Leave me to my peace. I feel it was Jeezy. I read a no, I didn't read an article. It was a podcast he was on. Came up in my feed. So I said, let me check it out. And he was like, the new currency for him is peace. That equates success to him. And I could not agree more because all I want is peace with people. The peace for me would be I don't ever have to talk to you again. What we had, we had. It is now over and I'm good. Now there is some people that I could forgive and or I should say most people I've already forgiven and moved on, right? But there are people that if they showed me something different, I would entertain it up until that point. I mean, I would match the energy of that. And if it looks south, then it's going to go south. I don't hate everybody. I don't cut off everybody. But if I feel like what you do threatens my peace, you got to go. You the first one on the chopping block. If you gonna threaten my peace, you got to go. I got to go. We just gonna that's it. And I pray for you. And I still love you. No, that's right. I don't, whatever brings me peace, I'm gonna revel in it. Cause that's all I got capacity for. I ain't got no capacity for lies, drama, confusion. No, none. Losing sleep, not getting rest, not eating too much, indulging. I don't have room in my life for those things. And those that carry that energy, I got room in my life for that. Now, you want to come to me in a different energy, we could talk. We most certainly could talk on a whole different vibration. But if we talking on some living in the past with drama, or I gotta still keep associating, come help me fix this drama. No, 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 no. And you know what? People who see you establish your boundaries, they tend to think that you're being mean. Sometimes they have you convinced you're being mean, but you got to deal with people on some self preservation. You can't delve headfirst into everybody's stuff. You got to preserve yourself. And if preserving yourself said, well, If you over here with that nonsense and I'm over here by myself, I'm good. If you over here with that nonsense or I'm sticking with this group of people that ain't on that nonsense, I gotta go do what I gotta do. It's just that simple. And I don't care who you are. If I could cut off my own living father and be like, you know what, deuces, I see you when I see you, I could cut anything off that ain't healthy for me. I don't. Our mother has lived. You feel me? So if you ain't bringing peace and joy, you know it is a very short lived stay over in this energy. You feel me? So that's the live, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I could ramble, but you feel me? This is what this. Listen, what Tuesday said. Our new currency is peace. That's what it is. Peace, beloved. That's what's up. You feel me? Peace. On some love. Not no drama. Not no hate. Not no hurtful things. Peace. So, and if you notice, I end off every reading with peace. I don't even know why I started that, but that's what Spirit led me to do. And it feel like if I'm getting ready to get off a camera and I don't do it, it don't even feel right. But yeah, y'all, that's tonight. And I thank you for your donation Tuesday. I really appreciate that. Anything to contribute to the channel is helpful. I don't know if y'all noticed that on the regular readings, I took the mid roll off, meaning that's what they call in the back end, but I took them advertisements off. So you'll get advertisements in the beginning, advertisement in the end, but I took the mid one off. It was annoying me when I replayed it just to hear how I sounded and if the messages is coming through or whatever. Maybe when my platform gets bigger, I'll reintroduce it. But right now, I'm trying to make sure I unclick that button to reduce all those commercials. I don't know what it does. It shouldn't do it on live repeats, but I'm just letting y'all know that I'm pulling back from that right now and just letting y'all hear the message like when I first started the channel. But I appreciate y'all, and yes, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I am going to bid you adieu. Uh, I got some things to do early morning. Peace and soul, everybody. Peace.